Well, hello there, boys and girls. Muzzafuzza here, and today I'm bringing you some more Halo Reach gameplay. And I thought I would bring you guys another topical commentary today because on one of my last Halo videos, a lot of you guys wanted me to go into more depth, more detail about my gaming memories and talk about all the different consoles that I've owned, all the different games that I've played in the past. So I thought I would try to sum that up in today's video. So let's get started. Way back in the day, my very first gaming console I ever owned, the Sega Genesis. Oh man, the Sega Genesis. I got my first Sega Genesis in probably 1995. I want to say 95 or 96. And this was on my, I want to say fourth, possibly fifth birthday, maybe? Definitely not my fourth birthday. But I think I had it when I was around 5 years old. Doesn't really matter. And my first games were like Mortal Kombat, Sonic the Hedgehog, Toe Jam and Earl, all these old school Sega Genesis games. And that was really when I first became a hardcore gamer, and it's been going crazy ever since. But yeah, the Sega Genesis was one of my favorite systems. Still is to this day. When I want to play some old school games, you don't even have to look past the Sega Genesis. And if you guys don't know, like, this was 15, 16 years ago, so I can barely remember anything, but I'll give you one specific memory that I still hold deep in my heart. And this was when the Terminator movies were popular. I don't know how old you guys are, if you remember the Terminator movies with Arnold Schwarzenegger himself and robots that want to kill you. But it was awesome, and I loved the Terminator movies. And I remember when I got the Terminator 2 video game for one of my birthday parties. It was probably like my 6th birthday party because we still had the Sega Genesis and I was getting all these new games for my birthday. And I got the Terminator 2 game, and this is the memory that stands out. I could not beat the first level. The very first level of this stupid Sega Genesis game, for the life of me, I didn't know how to beat. I tried, we had the internet, we had dial-up internet at the time. I tried looking up how to beat it. Went to different game facts and IGN, which was back in the day called gamesages.com, and I just could not figure out how to beat this game. And I don't remember how much games even were back in the day. I don't remember what the selling price was for Sega Genesis games when they first came out, but I was just so pissed. I was like this little 6-year-old, and I just got this brand new game, and I did not even know how to beat the first level. I was so angry, and it was a dumb game anyways. It probably was one of the worst games on Sega Genesis of all time. You just were the Terminator, and you wake up like naked in the little time travel area, and you got to go to the bar and get a gun and kill people, and I just could not for the life of me figure out how to beat the level. So that's a memory from the Genesis days. Now let's fast forward to when the Nintendo 64 comes out. Oh dear God, the Nintendo 64. Arguably my favorite console of all time, just due to the sheer mass amount of amazing games that came out when that launched. Think about it. Super Mario 64, Super Smash Bros., Mario Kart 64, Mortal Kombat 4. I think there was even a Duke Nukem game for the 64. I never was allowed to get too crazy of games. Like, I could get really violent video games, like shooting games and James Bond games and Mortal Kombat games, but if anything had any even hint of sexuality, my parents wouldn't let me get it. They were like, Duke Nukem? That's got strippers in it? No, you cannot get a game with strippers in it. You are only 10 years old. How dare you? And I was like, but Mom, I want a game with strippers in it. And there was this other like BMX game where you could play BMX, like biking. Really shitty game, but it had topless girls in it, and that was like the selling point. I think it was called XXX BMX. And I wanted that game too. I always wanted all the games with the big boobs. Like Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball. Holy shit, that game had some big floppy boobs. But I digress, due to boobs. Boobs are always throwing me off topic. But to get back to the Nintendo 64, if you guys remember, the Nintendo 64 controller was shaped so weird. It had like 3 individual parts that stuck out. There was like the C buttons, which were up, down, left, right. Then you have a joystick in the middle, a D-pad on the left, A and B buttons on the front. You have like some Z buttons on the top. It was a really fucking weird controller. It was really awkward and kind of weird to hold on to and use. And nowadays, if I would hold on to one, it would probably feel even more ridiculous just because my hands are a lot bigger than when I was like 10 years old. So probably one of the most oblong, awkward controllers that Nintendo ever came up with. And the point I'm trying to get to is that this controller was shaped so weird, and I was in this like prime of my life, probably 10, 11, 12 years old when I was playing the Nintendo 64, and I was a little spaz, and I had a little brother, and me and my little brother would fight from time to time. And one of the most fond memories from the N64 days is one time when I just smacked my brother with an N64 controller in the face, full clip, as hard as I could, because I was pissed because something happened in a video game. Either he beat me in a game, or he wanted to play a game that I didn't want to play, or something like that. It was some sort of petty argument over video games, and I smacked him with an N64 controller. And ooh, did I get in trouble. I don't think I was allowed to play the N64 for like a month. And I bet my brother was just bawling. He was like, oh yeah, I got Robbie in trouble. He can't play N64 anymore. Now I'm going to play SM64 and get all 120 stars in just a month. And Robbie will never be able to do that. And I still haven't done that. God damn it. Is it weird if I say Robbie or Rob or Robert if you want to be proper? That's my name, in case you guys didn't know. I know usually I call myself Muzzafuzza or Muzza or any of my other various nicknames in my commentaries, but when I'm telling a story from my childhood, it just feels right to say what I'm usually called, which is Robbie. But some people call me Rob, some people call me Robert, some people call me Bob or Bobbert or Robbie the Robot or whatever the fuck you want to call me. I don't care. You can call me Muzza or Muzzafuzza. I've been called Muzzafuzza in real life more than I ever should, ever. It's kind of weird. It's like my stage name. It's like I'm a stripper, except for I'm on YouTube, and I don't have to get naked. I just get naked voluntarily. I'm doing this commentary naked right now. Okay, that's too much information. Anyways, wow, look at the time. This gameplay is wrapping up. I thought I was going to be able to get through some more memories, but there's a couple random gaming memories for you guys. This is just a commentary kind of aimed at the people that wanted to hear more of my gaming background, because in one of my more recent commentaries, I told some stories about my past and my gaming history, and a lot of you guys got interested, so I thought I would deliver. But that was a, what's the score, 14-4? SWAT on Boardwalk, some Halo Reach gameplay. I hope you guys did enjoy yourselves. Hopefully you learned something, or you were entertained or mystified in some way. That's what I'm trying to do here. And I had a good time telling these stories anyway, so if not, fuck it. It was fun. I will see you guys later. This has been Muzzafuzza. If you guys enjoyed the video, support it with likes and favorites and comments. You know how to do it. If you want to hit me up on Twitter or Facebook, they are always down below in the description of every video. And thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time.